Alexa, stop. What is up, everybody? A little lay low entrance, as you guys can say. Who's ever watching, let me know if you guys can hear me. I'm trying out my new microphone for the first time. Hopefully you guys can hear me. If you're in the comment section, real quick, before we go any further, please let me know if you can hear me. Hopefully, and if not, I'm just going to turn it up. All right, sounds good. Okay. I think we're good to go. So yeah, we had that song. Nice little intro, I guess I just made up here. Hopefully that will be an intro in the future. I lost my other one. But yeah, we have the hottest Philly in the league right now, playing really well. I think he has 7 homers in as many games. This is the error card that I got of Trey Turner at the last card show. I'm just going to move the camera down a little bit so we don't have the ring light glare. I think I finally figured out the ring light. I think I finally figured out how to use it. So yeah, and we got the sign in the background. Hopefully you guys can hear me through the microphone. I'm going to sit back a little bit. Hopefully you guys... All right. The first 2 minutes here were purely for making sure things were going well. Going according to plan, I should say. So yeah, this evening is something we've never done before. It dawned on me today at work that I need to create a little bit more content for you guys. I realize I haven't had really anything uploaded on a consistent basis for a good month or two, probably since March. I should say update series is coming, hopefully in October. We'll have some other releases of products, so hopefully I'll have a little bit more to show you guys. But right now it's just kind of been a lull as far as Series 2. Do I get Topps Finest? Do I get the other stuff? And I've kind of shied away from the higher end products. But you never know. We might see a pretty big big box break here within the next couple months. I don't know. I might have to save up and get a nice one for you guys. So we're going to start off this evening. We got a lot to get to tonight. Like I said, it's something we've never done before. A new video concept. We're going to start off with 2 cards I got autographed this weekend by Phillies prospect Gabe Rincones. I got a picture with him. I can post the picture if you guys want me to on the channel. Once again, if you're watching, let me know if you guys can hear me all right as far as the microphone goes. I'm trying that out for the first time. We also had a new intro. Hopefully you guys like that. So yeah, I was at the New Jersey Blue Claws this weekend, which is the Phillies single A, high A ball. So yeah, that is the step below Reading where I normally go, and then the step above Clearwater. So that was pretty cool. Maybe I'll, yeah, I guess I can put that pennant. Hopefully there's not that much static. All right, you guys can see it there. New pennant to add to the collection with the Blue Claws. We'll put old Rincones on either side. And we will get started with 2-Box Tuesday. Actually, you know what? I know we might have some Penn State fans joining later, so I have some stuff to show off to them. Want to know? I should say Penn State whooped up on West Virginia. I forget what the final score was. It wasn't that terrible. But my projection for this week, I think that's against Delaware. I'm projecting like 106 to 12. I think we'll give them 12 points. But anyways, we shall see. Hopefully, other than maybe Michigan, maybe Ohio State. I highly doubt Ohio State, or maybe we don't lose at all. Maybe maybe Penn State goes to the college football playoff. Who knows? We shall see. So there's a little bit of a glare But I want to get started on my 2-box Tuesday, seeing as that is the theme of the video. So what I'm going to do hopefully each Tuesday, probably not every week, but I have boxes like this in a closet of cards from multiple years, a couple thousand, I should say, in these cases and boxes. So yeah, these will be shown off. The years might vary. Multiple years, couple thousand, I should say, in these cases. Sorry, I just had to look and make sure the audio was up because no one is on, which is all right. But yeah, so this is our newer baseball box, my newer baseball box. So I'm going to just go through and open up case by case and see what we have from a whole bunch of different years. Cal Ripken. This is a Tony Gwynn statue. That's kind of cool. Craig Biggio, father of Cavan Biggio. Dwight Gooden. These are old guys. Ted Williams. Bob Lemon. Nolan Ryan. James McCann. Man, that's a rookie for him. Dallas Keuchel. Remember when he was really good? He was on a team that the Phillies faced recently. I forget who it was, but he pitched against the Phillies. Here's a former Philly, Travis Jankowski. I think he went to some PA high school, I don't know, or college, I think. Then we've got Matt Moore, also a former Philly. This one, postseason celebrations, I guess when the Giants won the World Series. Buster Posey. Jose Altuve All-Star Game. Manny Machado on the Orioles. Wow. 20 World Series Game 4 of the Giants from Zach Wheeler. Shane Victorino. Carlos Beltran, boy, that's a throwback. Mark Teixeira, Nick Markakis. Wow, some old names. Ryan Zimmerman, Mike Moustakas, I always liked him. J.D. Martinez, Marco Estrada, wow. Cole Calhoun, Carlos Gonzalez, Ryan Braun, Justin Upton, brother of BJ. And then we've got Yoenis Cespedes. So these are Gypsy Queen from 2016. I always like Gypsy Queen. I haven't gotten any of it this year. But yeah, Xander Bogaerts, Jason Hayward, Yu Darvish on the Rangers. My goodness, Yu Darvish on the Rangers. David Price, Randall Grichuk, Zach Britton, Jose Quintana, Jorge Soler, Nick Ahmed, George Springer. Never heard of this guy. Justin Nicolino. I guess Delino DeShields Jr. This guy's dad is the manager of the Senators, Harrisburg Senators right now. Lance Lynn on the Cardinals. Wow. BJ. Brandon Crawford. Marcus Stroman. Colin McHugh. Yeah. Eddie Rosario. Manny Machado Home Run Derby, Anthony Rizzo Home Run Derby, Dallas Keuchel All-Star Game, Rizzo All-Star Game, Josh Donaldson Home Run Derby, Future Stars Francisco Lindor, Gene Segura, Andrew McCutchen, a very old Giant receipt. Wow, that's weird. Some Topps Rip Open the Excitement. Oh my goodness. John Lester, Edwin Encarnacion. I caught a home run ball of his at Wrigley Field. Masahiro Tanaka, John Lester, Ian Kinsler, that's a throwback, Ryan Braun, Sonny Gray, Neil Walker, Starlin Castro, Edwin Encarnacion again, Addison Russell, I used to like him, Kimbrell, there we go, there's the arm, Craig Kimbrell, his arm, that'll go in my Phillies thing, and then Jose Urania. So a lot of old names, a lot of guys that if you were a fan of baseball within the last probably decade, you remember who they are. I didn't really watch baseball when I was younger, but I at least remember their names. I remember I used to play like MLB 2012 on the Wii, and a couple of those guys were in the lineup, and I think I even had like a MLB 2008 game or whatever, and that was fun back in the day, playing Wii all the time. Come home from school, play the Wii for 2 hours, and do nothing after that, pretty much. So these are some more, I guess, older cards. I'll split the deck into thirds. I guess Tanaka again, Freddie Freeman on the Braves. I'm still shocked the Braves ever got rid of him. That was crazy. Miguel Cabrera, Zach Greinke. These are the Christmas cards. It's always cool. This is from, let me guess, 2015. 16, 1 year off. So this would have been the second year I was collecting. Here is CC Sabathia. The Phillies faced him, I believe, in the NLDS in 2008. I remember on the World Series video, they're like, "Oh, the big horse for the Brewers, CC Sabathia," and everybody was afraid of him. Nolan Arenado, Michael Brantley, Johnny Cueto, Brandon Belt, Daniel Murphy, Chris Archer, Nelson Cruz, Corey Kluber, Adrian Beltre, Justin Verlander, Brett Gardner, Yu Darvish again on the Rangers, Joe Mauer, wow, that's a throwback. Mookie on the, that's a cool Mookie card. Mookie on the Red Sox, Chris Archer, Evan Longoria, I could probably sell some of these. Doug Fister, never heard of him. DJ LeMahieu, Ryan Braun, Marco Estrada, Roberto Ozuna, Starling Marte, Joe Paniki's on the Mets now. I don't like him. Miguel Cabrera, Miggy, cool Miggy card. Anthony Rizzo, Jock Peterson, I always used to like him. Dellin Betances, what a throwback. He was pretty good. Eric Hosmer, John Jay, wow. Hyun Soo Kim, oh my goodness. We've got Hyung Soo Kim and Byung Ho Park. That's cool. Victor Martinez, Denny Echeverria. I remember playing against him, and I think on the Wii. Odubel Herrera. My goodness, Odubel. Robert Stevenson, Clayton Kershaw. It's a nice Clayton Kershaw card. Paul Goldschmidt. So yeah, I'm finding some that I think I might want to case here. I'm going to move it down just a little bit, so hopefully we're not... the weight of the microphone's kind of holding it down, but that's okay. Hopefully you guys can see. Hopefully I'm going to just adjust the camera here for a second. Looks a little too bright, honestly. I might dim down the... Oh, that looks pretty cool with the... yeah, with how the blue light is shining from the back. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is nice. This is a good setup here. So, yeah, if you just joined us, that's the Blue Claws pennant I got. We found a Craig Kimbrell card in this Tuesday night 2-box Tuesday. First one we're ever doing. So, yeah, those were, yeah, the Kimbrell pitching arm was found. And yes, we are finally using the ring light. We have been using the ring light for the last few, and also I'm using the microphone for the first time. So let me know if it sounds okay. And shout out someone that just joined. Shout out to the Zap podcast. I don't know where that's available yet, but I'm going to do my best to promote that. To my small but ever growing, I like to think of it as growing, my small community of sports fans. They are a podcast, two guys who do football talk. They'll probably do some, I would assume, March Madness, some other sports later in the calendar year of sports. But yeah, go ahead and check them out. The Zap Show. Coming Wednesday, I believe it's going to be on YouTube. So look it up, Zap. And we will be giving them a shout out on every episode from here on out. So yeah, here's Corey Kluber. Charlie Blackmon, I've always liked that guy. I always like Corey Kluber too. Joe Mauer, another throwback. Another Charlie Blackmon. Jonathan Lucroy, Matt Kemp, Starlin Castro, Carlos Santana, he's a former Philly, Salvi Perez, Johnny Cueto, Ryan Zimmerman, Elvis Andrews, my goodness, Brandon Moss, I almost thought that was Brandon Marsh, Brandon Phillips, two Brandons back-to-back, I don't like him at all, Starling Marte, Jay Bruce, wow, what a throwback. Then we've got C.J. Wilson, I remember this guy. I think he was like a all-star. Jason Hayward. I had him in my bullpen in the 2012 baseball game. Chris Sale. Felix, I'm going to get... Oh, no, Francisco Laureano. I think I remember him. Then we've got Andrelton Simmons. So yeah, a lot of old guys. A lot, like I said, if you're a fan of the Major League Baseball over the last decade, you'll remember a lot of these guys. And we did have a new intro. If you missed that, go back and watch. That was in honor of the Player of the Week for the Phillies. Not Craig Kimbrell. He was an All-Star this year, but no, it wasn't Craig Kimbrell. Mr. Trey Turner, who is actually on the paternity list now. I think his wife's going to have their second baby in the next day or two, so congrats to him. Eric Thames, Ryan McMahon, David Price, A.J. Pollock, Jason Hayward. These are always cool cards. Diamond Kings, if I'm right. Diamond King. Of course, Panini screws us over in that department. Jonathan LaCroix, Jorge Soler, Michael Taylor. I think this is Michael A. Taylor. I'm pretty sure this is the Michael A. Taylor. Although it probably would say that on his card, so I don't know which one that is. Carlos Rodon, Yankee right now. Caleb Cowart. I don't know. I forget who that was. Richie Schaefer and Luke Malley. 16. The big horse for the Brewers, CC Sabathia. Like I said earlier when I saw a Sabathia card, if you've ever watched the Phillies World Series video from 2008, whoa, bumped the microphone there. That was almost bad. But anyways, if you've ever watched the 2008 World Series video, you know what I'm talking about when the Brewers announcer's like, the Brewers are going to try to 2008 NLDS. The Brewers are going to try to even the series behind their big horse, CC Sabathia. I might try to find that clip for the next video. My arm's getting tired. We're not even through the first box. We're only not even halfway done with this video. Nelson Cruz, Buster Posey, Jed Lowry, Kevin Pillar. You know what? I might just start going through, and if I see a name I like, I'll enjoy it. So Jason Hayward, here's a Harper. That's kind of cool. Harper on the Nationals. It's hard to believe he was on the Nationals. Then this one, Brandon Finnegan and Terrence Gore. That's a cool name. Terrence, Jonathan Papelbon, the dude that hit Harper. That's a cool card of Mookie. I always like Mookie. I got to see Papelbon pitch my first ever Phillies game. Verlander, I always liked him. Matt Kemp, wow, that's a throwback. Nolan Arenado, Gold Cup. Xander Bogaerts, Ryan Braun, Jose Altuve again. Look at that. That's the old Astros logo. So this is probably, let me guess, 2011. No, 2012. This is Mike Trout's rookie year, I believe. I think this is the year Mike Trout's rookie card came out. Joey Votto. I remember going to Kmart and getting a pack of, I think it was these cards. It was either this year, or if this is 2011, no, 2014, okay. So yeah, I think it was 2011. I went to Kmart and I bought a pack of cards and I got a Bryce Harper. I don't know where that card is. I think it's in my Harper stack. But yeah, that was like, I didn't really know who he was at that point, and shocker that he was one of the first baseball cards I ever got. Of course, he was a National at that time. I'm just going to make this a little brighter. Oh, that's pretty much max brightness. Maybe, no, now I changed the color. Yeah, the glare in the background's not the best. I'm just going to try to work with the lighting real quick. Let me know in the comments if you guys can see. I don't want the glare for you guys with the cards. Just trying to change things up a little bit. Hopefully that'll be all right. It looks a little warmer. There we go. Eric Hosmer. This is a cool card. Jock Peterson. No, that's not the rainbow on it, but that's the Bowman Platinum, I think. And then here's another Kimbrell. Second Kimbrell. I wish he wasn't on the Braves. Justin Verlander. Anthony Rendon, Rick Porcello. Wow, that's a throwback. Aroldis Chapman on the Reds. Wow, that's a cool card. Gallery of Greats. Chris Sale. Zach Cranky Granky. I know a Cranky Zach. Corey Kluber. Paul Goldschmidt. Justin Verlander. Another Justin Verlander. Scherzer on the Diamondbacks. Wow, what a throwback there. Wade Davis, he was a closer, I think. Ichiro, Greinke again, Ryan Braun, and then Alex Rodriguez. So that is case number 2 out of box number 1. Wouldn't it be nice if this was an actual case break instead of just some random cards from like 2011 or 12? It would be, I guess, but it's just cool to it's cool to go back through my collection and see what I have. So often I get caught up in the new cards and the holidays and the Jackson Holiday and Ellie De La Cruz and Bryce Harper and just Trout and Ohtani. I feel like people forget that there was a whole generation, pretty much a whole generation of baseball players that came before and kind of have honestly been forgotten about a little bit. Not forgotten, but just, I mean, not many people, a lot of them, pretty much everyone we've seen so far is either retired or is like Johnny Cueto here. I mean, I think he's still pitching, but he hasn't been an all-star in like 5 or 6 years, and that's not his fault, but just, I mean, once he gets older, he kind of becomes irrelevant from one of the best pitchers to a guy that's kind of slowing down, obviously, as he gets a little older. So yeah, case 3 of box 2 in the newer baseball. I think I'm just going to run through this a little bit quicker. Believe it or not, I've found a pile that I'm probably going to top load and add to my cards that not that I don't care about these, but just this is saying 2017 football, and the first guy is Ryan Braun. I don't know if Ryan Braun played football in 2017. I don't think he did, but we'll start off Adrian Beltre, Roy Halladay. That one's cool. That one's going to someone who's not on the stream, but that's all right. That'll be on his desk tomorrow. Brett Myers, another throwback from the White Sox. So he would have been a World Series champion at that point. 2 more Brett Myers. That's pretty cool. Pablo Sandoval, Dustin Pedroia. I think this might be the first baseball card I ever got from my cousin, Dustin Pedroia. I don't know if this is the exact card, but I remember getting one from my cousin. This is 2014, so yeah, pre-collection era, I think, and that might be the first one I ever got from my cousin. One of the first ones. Justin Verlander, Jason Worth, another throwback for the Phillies, Andrew McCutchen, Torrey Hunter, Matt Cain, all-star pitchers, that's pretty cool. Strikeout leaders 2015, Kershaw, Scherzer, and Arrieta. I always forget Jake Arrieta was a Philly. That was a horrible idea. Zach Greinke, Clay Buchholz, another guy who I think was a Philly for like a week. Then we either traded him or DFA'd him. Here's Felix. No. Roy Oswalt, Randy. Okay, we'll just read it. Active leaders, National League. I've never heard of the top dude. So that's kind of cool. That's all the way back from 2012. That might have came in the pack I got. I don't know. Jay Bruce, Freddie Freeman, Cudyer. Wow. Michael Cudyer, never heard of him. I guess the Rockies were decent back then. Average leaders, earned run average leaders, I think Luke Wheeler. Big Game James, wow. Big Game James Shields, I remember him. That's another that they called that in the 2008 World Series video for the Phillies. Ichiro, the Big Horse, Albert Pujols, that's pretty cool. Brian Dozier, Jordan Zimmerman, Mark Trumbo, I think he plays the trombone. Joe Mauer, David Wright, Coco Crisp, I wonder what his favorite cereal is. Prince Fielder, Cueto, Hanley Ramirez, David Price, Tanner Roark, I remember facing him. Miguel Sano. Here's a Schwarber, what I think might be Schwarber's rookie card. That's pretty cool. Then we've got David Price again. Troy Tulowitzki, there's another throwback. Coco Crisp, Astros, Matt Dendecker. And then we've got Bryce Harper again, Arenado, and Carlos Gonzalez, same card as earlier. AJ Pollock, Chris Davis. We are only 3 cases in out of box 1, so we will be here for a while. My arms are starting to hurt holding them up, but that's okay. There's a Mark Teixeira on top. Putting box 3 away. Well, actually, on to the second half of box 3, I should say. Juan Gutierrez, Javier Vasquez, Daniel Nava, Hunter Pence, that's cool, from the World Series. I remember watching that on TV. Jackie Bradley Jr., I always like his name. Jose Bautista, Joey Bats, BJ Upton. That's cool. We had Justin Upton earlier. Hunter Pence again. You guys can see I caught a ball of him in batting practice at the Twins. Brandon Belt. Jason Kipnis. I remember that name. Ben Zobrist, if you're a Rays fan. And another Ray. James Shields. This is a cool card. There's Trout in the background. Nelson Cruz. I think Trout and Pujols. And Nelson Cruz. Hanley Ramirez. I think he might be a brother to Manny. I don't know. But yeah, Jason Worth. Marte, I don't like him. Giants again. Dexter Fowler. I remember taking him for my fantasy team. Beltre. Yasiel Puig. What a name. He was always fun to watch. Marcelo Zuna. Adrian Beltre again. Adrian Gonzalez. Kutch. Own the Game. David Wright. Ozzie Smith. Wow. Tulo again. Melky Cabrera. And Mark Teixeira. So we've got Cabrera, Teixeira. I think we've had a Rivera. All the eras out tonight. Maybe we'll even have an ERA. You never know. And then camera looks good. It looks like it's not the widest screen. I'm filming up and down. So hopefully that looks okay to you guys. It's not the best angle. I might try to move the camera just a little bit, seeing as we're only on case 3 of box 1, but that's good. I might be here for about 45 minutes to an hour tonight. So yeah, Mark Teixeira, Robinson Cano, Napoli, Ryan Howard, always like him. Martin Prado, he just struck out too much. I do a great Ryan Howard impression, so I've been told, an impression of his swing. Brandon Crawford, Will Myers, Stephen Piscotty, wow. Nelson Cruz, Pedro Strop. This dude always wore his hat crooked. I always remember that. John Jaso, wow. Adam Jones, Miguel Tejda, I think. Evan Longoria, Glenn Perkins, Matt Adams, Ripken Jr., Tulo again. I wonder if there's a Troy Tulowitzki. Hopefully you got that. Matt Carpenter, Matt Cain, wow. Orlando Cepeda, and Pablo Sandoval, Jorge Soler, Josh Reddick, Wilmer Flores, Tommy Pham. Some of these guys are still playing. So older, but still good. Marcus Semien, Johnny Peralta, Jose Reyes, Evan Longoria, Martin Prado, Salvi Perez, Zach Greinke, Jake Peavy, Jordan Zimmerman, Andrew Kashner, Jared Cozart, I remember him, Marcus Stroman, Matt Garza, another guy on the Rays in 08 that we beat. So yeah, the pile on the left, underneath Pedroia, which I believe is the first card I ever got. I always blame my cousin that he got me into cards. He gave me, I was out in Ohio with him, like 2015 or so. I don't even remember the exact year. But yeah, I took like 2 or 3 binders out, and he sent me back with some cards, and then this was a guy I remembered. So yeah, this might be, like I said earlier, this might be the first ever baseball card I guess you could call it a trade. I'm sure he took a couple good players, a couple guys that he wanted out of my book. I had no idea who it was. It was like, oh my goodness, this guy's an all-star card. Wow, he must be worth like $1,000. And it's like, no, it's not. I had a guy stop at our yard sale the other day that claimed he had 2 Mickey Mantle cards. He wanted me to look at them. I was like, oh, well, I can take a look at them. Hopefully they're not reprints. So this is a set. These next, like, 10-ish, I guess you can call them cards. They're way thicker than cards, but I'm so happy I have these in my collection. It's so cool looking through the old boxes. The next box that we're going to see, the next pack, I should say, is something really special to me. I'll explain why in a few minutes. But yeah, is Inception. I wonder if I could find this. I wonder if they even make these anymore. From 2019, Kershaw, DeGrom, Verlander, Noah Syndergaard, Anthony Rizzo, Joey Votto, Paul Goldschmidt, Javi Baez, Francisco Lindor, Arenado, and Charlie Blackmon. So yeah, really cool guys from way back. Not way back, but like I've said earlier, the guys that have kind of been relevant, like from kind of like 2010 on. A lot of these guys are all retired now, but still very cool to see kind of how the game has really flipped from, guys like Julio and Bobby Witt. Even 10 years ago, I think like David Ortiz, and within the last 10 years, Like Miguel Cabrera's kind of fading off, and Nelson Cruz, and just kind of the bigger bats, I guess you could say. So this set, like I said, I believe these are some of the first cards. Or no, this box I remember buying at Toys R Us. The first year I started buying baseball cards, I bought this at Toys R Us, and I used to carry this around everywhere. I used to have my Peyton Mannings in here, until the box got way too small for all of those. I remember getting that with a gift card from my aunt and uncle for Christmas. So these are all cards from 2017. So these are some of my favorite cards I got from this season. One of the first years I collected, Max Scherzer, Eric Hosmer. I love these cards. I wish they would bring these back. This was such a cool design. The rookie card and the vet now. Carlos Correa, Manny Machado on the Orioles. Some of my favorite cards tucked deep in my collection here. David Price, Madison Bumgarner, Steven Strasburg. Really cool Andrew McCutchen, Mad Bum. I used to love him. John Smoltz, broadcaster. Jake Arrieta. Justin Verlander, David Ortiz, blue, Francisco Lindor, Father's Day, Jackie Bradley Jr., Father's Day, Freddie Freeman, Father's Day, Manny Machado, Buster Posey, Stan Musial. Those were Mother's Day cards. Frank Robinson, nice Hank Aaron card. I think I remember thinking that was real. Like, I have a real Hank Aaron card. David Ortiz, one of his, I'm sure, powerful swings. Another big poppy. Kyle Schwarber, rookie. There is a rookie of him. He was a catcher coming up. Corey Seager, big poppy again. Hank Aaron Award. Reliever of the year, Zach Britton. Another guy I had in my Wii baseball game. Salvi Perez, one of my favorite catchers. Jose Altuve. And then Mookie Betts, Anthony Rizzo, Max Scherzer, Dustin Pedroia, Yoenis Cespedes, Mark McGuire, Dallas Keuchel. These are the All-Star Game cards from this year. I don't know if they do this anymore, but this was a cool design this year, the cards 2017. Dallas Keuchel, Mookie, Kenley Jansen, Zach Greinke, Chris Sale, Salvi Perez, Mike Moustakas again, Corey Kluber. And then we've got Altuve, Charlie Blackmon in the Home Run Derby, Chris Archer, Buster Posey, Chris Bryant. I always love that card. That's one of my favorite cards. Nick Markakis, Matt Joyce, Matt Harvey, Adam Wainwright, King Felix, nice King Felix card, Jonathan Lucroy, Yadi Molina, Jose Altuve, and then we've got George Springer, Xander Bogaerts, Miguel Cabrera, Hanley Ramirez, Hunter Pence, Hank Aaron. I think that's a reprint of a real one, like a really expensive one. Jackie, another reprint of a real one. Jackie Robinson, Chicago Cubs. I remember when the Cubs were my second favorite team, because I was happy they won the World Series before I really liked the Phillies. Justin Verlander, Chris Archer. These are cool. I got these at a yard sale. I remember this from this year. Chris Davis, Jay Bruce. These are all still, I believe, 2017. Yep, from Panini. Todd Frazier, Justin Smoke. Wow, what a name. I remember him. Evan Longoria, Lorenzo Cain, Matt Kemp, Charlie Blackmon. I like Charlie. He's nice. I'll pull him up to the top. Mookie, Josh Donaldson, Trevor Story, Corey Kluber, Trey Turner. Wow, look at that. Turner on the Nationals, Addison Russell, Justin Verlander, and then Andrew McCutchen draft pick reprint card. So that's his rookie card from 2015, or excuse me, 2005. Of course, unfortunately, it's a reprint. That'd be cool to find a Kutch rookie. My trip was great. I went to New Jersey. Welcome to Sir Flux is what we will call him. Welcome to Sir Flux, who has graced us with his presence this evening. Hope college is going well for you, Sir Flux. Check out Flux. It's not financial advice, but it is a cryptocurrency that may or may not be worth like $12 a share someday, I guess I could say. Maybe 12. Would you say 12's a generous prediction or an accurate prediction? What do you think? What do you think, Mr. Flux? So yeah, we'll get back to the yes, we do miss you cards. And yes, the trip was great. I did find a card shop down there, believe it or not, and thank you to Mr. Flux for reminding me of that, because I did not show you guys the 2 cards that I got at the card show. The Jersey Shore card show. We'll take a break here. About 35 minutes in. Hopefully we'll be done within the next half hour. Yeah, I found these at, I think, the Backstop Sports Cards, I believe, in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. Really cool Peyton Manning card. I haven't even looked at this yet. I haven't. That is from 98. I need to do some research on this, but it's a pretty cool card. Maybe his rookie card? Oh, my. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm pretty tired from my trip. And yes, accurate advice, and it is not financial advice. I have to say that. And then this really cool Jackson Holiday, I'll probably resell this one at the next card show, which is October 28th. I'll start talking about that in future episodes as we get closer. But yeah, nice Holiday. I sold a bunch of him at the last show. But yes, very nice status Baltimore Orioles Elite Extra Edition. Of course, not licensed. Once again, Panini screws us over on that. I always hate getting Panini stuff. They're such nice cards, and then you look and it's like, it's Panini. It's not licensed. Minus $12 on the card value. But anyways, Panini still got cool brands. Still have cool cards. So there's a guy on that watches a lot that I wish was still on. He'll have to go back and watch it. I'll hopefully send it to him. But here is a Ben Roethlisberger rookie card. It says it's Gem Mint 2004 Sports Illustrated for Kids. Big Ben Roethlisberger, number 452, rookie. It's probably worth about $5. I remember getting it at a yard sale. I don't know why anyone would get this graded. But yeah, there is a Big Ben rookie. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. I guess you could call. Was never really a Big Ben fan. I don't know why I just called him he kind of looks like a potato running down the field. But I'll respect him. I know we have Steelers fans in the audience. So we're going to shift gears a little bit in honor of... Actually, I'll do this backwards. As far as the box goes, I have something else. Oh, look at this. An appearance for the ages. If he was on, I would show this card, but I'm not going to because it is someone who frequents the channel often. I don't think he's on right now, so I won't show that card. But if he is, sometime I will show it. Hopefully with his permission, of course. But yeah, so now I've got baseball, sticking with baseball. And then we've got some football cards from, I think this is 2019 football and baseball. So we're coming down the home stretch. We're almost done. We're starting box 2, I should say. Here for about another 25, I think, minutes or so. 25 should be good. We should be done about 7, hopefully 7:30. Or no, excuse me. It is almost 8 o'clock. So yeah, a little bit later than we've normally go. Normally we're done in about 30 minutes. But it is a special night. First time ever doing this, so I want to not deviate from my plan. Mookie Betts, Chris Bryant, these are all from 2019. If only I had just looked at the box. Miguel Cabrera, Anthony Rizzo, Giancarlo Stanton. The dude literally does not care anymore. I saw him literally stop at home plate without sliding the other day. Acuna, Altuve, Arenado, Hosmer, Lindor, Greinke, Hader, Molina, Kyle Tucker, Glaber, Torres, Freddie Freeman. These are cool. Goldschmidt, Verlander, Perez, Severino, Michael Kopech, Miguel Andujar, Vlad Sr., Pee Wee Reese, Matt Carpenter, Ozzie Albies, J.D. Martinez, Chris Davis, Corey Kluber, DeGrom, Scherzer, Chris Sale, Kyle Freeland, nice Trey Turner, gold from the, silver, obviously it's not gold, but from the Nationals, Ryan Zimmerman, Josh Hader. Chapman in the snow, it looks like. Why would it have been snowing at Yankee Stadium? Well, I assume that's rain. I don't know. Well, it looks like snow. It might have snowed maybe like a really early April game, late postseason game. I don't know. Sean Doolittle, another dude that was around for a while. Michael Taylor, I think that's A. Taylor. Juan Soto. Wow, look at this. Juan Soto on the Nationals. Nationals were so good back in the day. I don't know why they traded everyone away. Scherzer. Strasburg. Wow. Soto again. Juan Joe, that's cool. Machado on the Dodgers. He was on the Dodgers for like a year. Altuve again. Javi Baez. These are the Gypsy Queen from 2019. Yu Darvish. Wilson Contreras. Max Kepler. Schwarber. Carlos Santana. Mike Fiers. Alcantara. Elvis Andrus. Cole Calhoun. Another Trey Turner coming up here. And look how old these rubber bands are. This is 3 years old. These rubber bands are 3 years old, and they look extremely dry. I guess they could dry out. They look like they want to just split in half. It's kind of funny. But yeah, anyways, here's Trey Turner, George Springer, Adam Eaton, Jackie Bradley Jr., Doolittle, again, Strasburg, Patrick Corbin, Posey. I always like Buster Posey. Yadi Molina, Arenado, Josh Bell, C.J. Crone, Julio Teheran, King Felix, James McCann, Jose Urania, Cag Kimbrell, Exit. I don't know what that is, but that's kind of cool, I guess. Javi Baez, Noah Syndergaard, Justin Verlander. I always like that card. That's a cool one. Kirby Puckett flashback, Wilson Ramos. He was a Philly. Chris Davis, Odubel, Francisco Mija, Brian Anderson, Miguel Sano, Jeremy Jeffers, Willinus Astudillo, a blank, something I got in a pack, Garrett Cole, wow, on the Astros, Jake Marisnick, Astudillo again, Yuli Gurriel, Doolittle again, Zimmerman, and then Dakota Hudson. I just faced Dakota Hudson in, I think in MLB 9 Innings, another great game that I play. I should note I'm 2 games away from a World Series win against the Blue Jays. My team has averaged like 13 runs a game in a 40-game series. Bryce Harper had, 40-game series. 40-game season. Harper had like 81 RBIs. So there's a chance. I know not many people will probably care to watch, but I remember I put on Madden Mobile of the Super Bowl last year. A couple times I screen recorded the Broncos in the Super Bowl. That may never happen again. I don't know if it will. But yeah, maybe we'll put Game 3 and 4. Probably at least Game 4 of the World Series, potentially. We might have a live stream broadcast with that and, of course, me playing. So yeah, here are some football. We're going to transition from baseball to football. The NFL kicks off on Thursday against my least favorite team possible. Actually, no, excuse me, second least favorite team. We got to give respect to the Raiders as the worst team in the NFL and the team that I dislike the most. I will not ever watch a Raiders game if it's on. Unless they're playing a good team, I always cheer against them. I honestly probably would cheer for the Chiefs over the Raiders. Or Belichick. I might cheer for the Raiders to beat Bill Belichick. I highly doubt it. That might be the only time I would cheer for Belichick. So yeah, these are all from 2019. So no rookie cards in these stacks. All my rookies are in there. If I remember correctly, this was like Tua. Tua might have been 2020. I don't remember who were rookies in this draft. Aaron Rodgers, Dak Prescott, red. J.J. Watt, Aaron Jones, Cam Newton, Kelsey, who just got hurt, Dalvin Cook, DJ Moore, David Njoku, Ramsey, Alec Ogletree, A.J. Green, that's cool, throwback, Gronk, Calvin Johnson, these are old guys, Richard Sherman, Aikman, Joe Namath, Warren Moon. I was just joking with somebody today about the Oilers. Randall Cunningham, Lawrence Taylor, Marshall Faulk, Steve Largnet, Mike Alslott, Wesley Walls, I bet you he was a wall of a blocker. Ben Banogu, Rashawn Gary, I think he's pretty good. Kendall Sheffield, DeAndre Parker, Alize Mack, Rocky Yassin, I think he's a Steeler. Mike Edwards. Wow, I'm tired. Whew. This might be after stream. Might take a little after stream nap here. We'll see. Second case of football. We got 2 more cases to go on this 2-box Tuesday. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it so far. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I do this again next week? Aaron Rodgers, Prescott, Trubisky. Wow, Mitch Trubisky. Cam Newton, Ezekiel Elliott, Patriots running back, Lenny Fours. 2 basically unemployed running backs. Zeke's on the Patriots, but he's probably just going to stand there and block. Fournette, Todd Gurley. I actually have a Todd Gurley jersey, believe it or not. I bought that. I got that for Christmas from my grandparents, like 2017, I think, off DH Gate. I wore it like 3 times. I really feel bad that I got that. But yeah, Gurley, David Johnson, Mixon, Mark Ingram. I think. No, I was going to say he was a Bronco, but he was not. He retired, I think. Tevin Coleman, boy, that's a throwback. Rashad Penny, Eagles quarterback. Sony Michel. Whatever happened to Sony Michel? I think he was on the Rams, and I don't know where he is now. But yeah, Jordan Howard, another guy that got lost in the shuffle. Tariq Cohen, that's a throwback. Ito Smith, Tyler Lockett, Mike Evans, Diggs on the Vikings. Wow. T.Y. Hilton, A.J. Green, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. He's another guy that kind of got lost. Those 3, honestly. I think Hilton probably retired, and A.J. Green probably did too. But Michael Gallup, Nelson Aguilar, Mike Williams, Robert Woods, Kenny Stills, John Brown, Cordell Patterson, Zach Ertz on the Eagles, Jimmy Graham, Greg Olson, Eric Ebron, David Njoku, Aaron Donald, Geno Atkins, Clay Matthews, Luke Kuechly, Justin Houston, J.J. Watt, Leighton Vander Esch, Patty P., Darius Slay, and Jalen Ramsey. I don't know what these were. I guess these were just defensive players and maybe defense, and then, like, I don't know, maybe my fantasy players. Probably that's what it was. Believe it or not, I probably pulled out. I think I had Rodgers. Yeah, that would have made sense. I know I had Rodgers for 1 season. This year I actually hit a home run in my main league that I do. I've been the commissioner for 6 years. I never, ever really took a good quarterback. I always wasted on a skill position player I didn't need. So this year I nailed my draft, and I ended up coming away with Jalen Hurts. Took him, I believe, 4th overall. Don't want these cards to get lost. Oh, well, it's not the best place, but that'll work. So, yeah, 2 cases left. I think if I remember these correctly, these are sorted off by division. So, more 2019 football. We're at about 48 minutes. Hopefully we can get this done in about another 10 minutes or so. I'll try to keep it under an hour for the first ever Tuesday night 2-box Tuesday. If I'm going to say it, I'm going to have to come up with the right way to say it. David Johnson, Patrick Peterson, these are all by teams. Yeah, Josh Rosen, man, poor guy. Chandler Jones, Kenyon Drake, another guy that kind of disappeared. Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk, Terrell Suggs, Buda Baker, Chase Edmonds, Cooper Kupp, Gurley again, Jared Goff on the Rams, Clay Matthews on the Rams, Tyler Higbee, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, C.J. Anderson, one of my favorite all-time Broncos, Ndamukong Suh, Robert Woods, Marcus Peters, Johnny Hecker, the punter, Garoppolo, Kittle, Matt Breida, Dante Pettis, Coleman, Marquise Goodwin, another guy that kind of fell off. Nick Mullins, wow, I remember him. DeForest Buckner, Fred Warner, Russ, what a joke. I'll say it. Russell Wilson's a joke. Tyler Lockett, Chris Carson. He's my quarterback, and he's a joke. Shaquille Griffin, Rashad Penny, Baldwin, Prescott, Elliott, Witten, wow. Michael Gallup, Sean Lee. I used to use him in Madden like 11 or 12. I think I had Madden 13 actually. Des Bryant, Vander Esch, Jalen Smith, Tyron Smith. I doubt they're brothers. Probably no relation. Wouldn't be shocked. Randall Cobb, DeMarcus Lawrence, Landon Collins, Sterling Shepard, Golden Tate, Alec Ogletree, Antoine Bethea, Fletcher Cox. That's a cool card with the green lasers in the background. Deshaun Jackson, Jordan Howard, Zach Ertz, Nelson Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey, Case Keenum, Darius Geis. I think this guy got in trouble for some reason. I don't remember what. I'd have to look that up. But yeah, and then Josh Doxson. Second half of this, these are all the NFC teams. So yeah, and I think they're by like division. Alex Smith, Matt Ryan, Julio, Calvin Ridley. I picked him in a lot of leagues this year. He better go off. Austin Hooper, Vic Beasley. Wow, Vic Beasley Jr., Ito Smith, Cam Newton, Scammy Crybaby Cammy, I think is what I used to call him. That's a good nickname for him. CMC on the Panthers, Kuechly, Greg Olson, Julius Peppers. Wow, Devin Funchess. Oh man, I'd had him on my wide fantasy team. Michael Thomas, Traquan Smith, Latavius Murray, Taysom Hill, Kamara. I wonder if Hill's even on the team anymore. Marshawn Lattimore, Sheldon Rankins, Evans, Winston, O.J. Howard, Ronald Jones, Adam Humphries, Gerald McCoy, JPP, Khalil Mack, Trubisky again, Allen Robinson, Cohen, Tariq Cohen. I drafted him. I think he tore his ACL and never recovered, unfortunately. I hate when that happens to guys. Trey Burton, Danny Trevathan, Super Bowl 50 champion for the Broncos. Danny Trevathan, Kenny Golladay, Marvin Jones Jr., Darius Slay, Ezekiel Ansah, LeGarrette Blount, boy, that's a throwback. Rodgers, Aaron Jones, Adams, Jimmy Graham, Mason Crosby, MVS, Jair Alexander, Blake Martinez, Kirk Cousins, Diggs on the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, Kyle Rudolph, and Harrison Smith, and Laquan Treadwell. So that is pre-Jetta Vikings, I believe. 2019, I think he was probably drafted in 2020 or 2021, if I'm right. I don't know. No one's watching, so I can't have people correct me. No one's on to check. Did Justin Jefferson, was he a rookie in 2020? 2021 maybe? I don't know. So yeah, we've got the whole AFC to cover. I think the Broncos are probably in this. Getting my very old and tattered, you could say, rubber band to keep the case closed, and the final box of the night, final case of the night, the one that does not have a rubber band, surprisingly. This case has held up the wear and tear over 3 years as it sits and collects. I guess it could collect dust inside a box. I'm sure the dust could make its way in there. John Elway, here are my Broncos. Justin Simmons, Bradley Chubb, Cortland Sutton, Emmanuel Sanders, love that guy. Philip Lindsay, have his jersey. Lindsay. Derek Wolfe, another Super Bowl 50 champion. Chubb, Chris Harris Jr., I think he was on the Super Bowl team. Royce Freeman, we got rid of him. Jeff Hireman, Flacco, I should burn that card. Flacco on the Ravens, what a joke. We've had so many stupid quarterbacks come through. Case Keenum, I don't even remember half the list. Paxton Lynch, just terrible choices at quarterback. Jawan Renfree, Theo Riddick, I think he was brought in as a backup. Mahomes, that's a really cool Mahomes card. It's probably one of my best Mahomes cards. I don't have that many of him because they're so expensive. I have one Mahomes rookie, and that's it. Travis Kelce, I think I got it from a box. Tyreek Hill, Sammy Watkins. There's a Bronco in the background. That's looks like Simmons. LaShawn McCoy, Eric Berry, Hyde, D. Ford, Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler, Bosa, Joey Bosa. I should note there are 2 Bosas. Mike Williams, Melvin Ingram, Antonio Brown, Marshawn Lynch should burn the Raiders cards. Doug Martin, Jalen Richard, Jordy Nelson, Garin Conley, Mark Ingram, Willie Snead the 5th. I think it's Willie Snead the 5th. Gus Bus Edwards, C.J. Mosley, Joe Mixon, A.J. Green. I think this is probably the pre-Shiesty era in Cincinnati. Yep, there he is. Andy Dalton, Tyler Eifert, wow. Geno Atkins, Carlos Dunlap, Tyler Boyd. I'm shocked my cousin didn't get all of these. Baker on the Browns, Nick Chubb, have him in my fantasy this year. Jarvis Landry, and Jacko, Myles Garrett. What did he do? Didn't he hit Mason Rudolph on the head like 2020 or 2021? I remember watching that. Jabril Peppers, Denzel Ward, Antonio Callaway, Duke Johnson Jr. Funny story, the guy I've talked about before, the older guy in my fantasy league, 1 year after he took Kirk Cousins like 3rd overall in the entire draft. I think this guy was his running back 1, and I just laughed at him the entire season. We felt bad for him, but it was hilarious. Duke Johnson, Big Ben, Vance McDonald. I think he had a farm. Jadeveon Clowney, James Conner on the Patriots, on the Steelers throwback. Alejandro Villanueva. I always like that guy's name. All right, so final 20-something cards. We might get it done in under an hour. We might on this first ever two box Tuesday. The Texans, Deshaun Watson, J.J. Watt, D-Hop, Will Fuller the 5th, Lamar Miller, wow, he tore his ACL, I think. Alfred Blue, wow, who are these people? Kiki Cutie, I need to get this one in my DT case. That one hurts. He never should have left the Broncos. Very sad, his passing. DT, we love DT. One of my favorite players of all time. Probably my top 5 favorite Broncos. Tyrann Mathieu, gone too soon. Marlon Mack again. T.Y. Hilton, Justin Upton, Eric Ebron, Naheem Hines, Adam Vinatieri, Quentin Nelson, Chester Rogers, Darius Leonard, DJ Chark, Leonard Fournette, Chris Conley, Miles Jack, Mariota on the Titans, wow, Malcolm Butler, Jarrell Casey, Deion Lewis, Zay Jones, John Brown, Fitzmagic, and is one of many trades in his career. Fitzpatrick from Bucks Uni to the Dolphins, it looks like. I think that was the year they got Tua and he sat behind him. Or no, yeah. Tua sat behind Fitzmagic, I think. Kenyon Drake. Wow. Brock Osweiler, another cool guy. He did all right for the Broncos, I think, in the one season we started him. Kiko Alonso. I think he did something. Kiko, I think he made a play that got him ejected at one point or another. I don't know. Danny Amendola. Kenny Stills. Xavier Howard. Brady. Oh, I don't like Brady at all. That is at Kansas City, I can tell, because there's the red and the yellow stripe. Julian Edelman, James White. It's fitting that I would have these guys at the bottom. Steven Gostkowski, Mohamed Sanu, Kyle Van Noy, Sonny Michel, Rex Burkhead, Michael Bennett, Cordell Patterson, Josh Gordon, Sam Darnold on the Jets. Wow, Darnold again. C.J. Mosley, Robbie Anderson, Chris Herndon the 5th, Quincy Enunwa, and Tremaine Johnson, final card of the evening. So yeah, I wanted to keep this under an hour. We're at 59:35. So hit subscribe to this channel. Go back and watch the whole video of Two Box Tuesday. Thank you guys for watching. And I think I'm going to try to end it. Stay tuned for info about the October card show. Hopefully we can see you there. Go back and watch our first ever Two Box Tuesday. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next time.